go. Are you ready? You ready now? Okay, so welcome to Survivor Backyard 2015. Never say never. It is our 10th anniversary season. It's going to be super intense. I'm excited to see what happens. But so Abby, where are you at? Played almost every single year. What's it feel like coming back for year number 10?
It's nerve-wracking. I don't know everybody here.
Sarah, what's something more difficult now as opposed to what it was in like the earlier seasons?
Challenges are a lot harder. People actually know how to strategize, so like I can't bank on that this year. And the fact that I don't know half of them.
So Elizabeth, a ton of new faces. Think that's going to make things more difficult?
Yeah, because you can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to go with my friends and we're going to make an alliance. You actually have to like maybe just make an alliance with someone you don't know. You don't know whether they're trustworthy or not, and so you're just kind of guessing. Like I hope they stick with me through the whole game if we're making an alliance. You don't know.
Alyssa, brand new player. Are you excited? Know what's happening? Or
I'm really nervous, and I'm really excited to meet all these new people.
that's good. So Michael played first time last year. Do you have any advice for the new players?
Anything that you're planning, take your plan, throw it out the window, and see what comes, because you really can't predict anything.
All right. So Kevin here without your brother this year. Think it's going to be harder to play without him, or?
Well, he was on the other team, so it didn't affect me too much. But I mean, yeah, if I made it to the merge, it would have been easier, I think.
Megan, you're here with your sister. Think that's going to be a hindrance to you, or?
Well, I can't let her beat me. Like, that would just be so embarrassing.
So Patrick, looking at these people, is there anyone here that scares you? Worried to go up against?
Michael.
Michael, you have anything to say to that?
I got 11th place last year. I'm the threat right here. Pre-merge booth, like, watch out.
So does anyone coming in feel like they have a target on their back just for who they are? Sarah, Marshall?
Well, yes.
Marshall, why do you think you have a target?
Because I feel like since there's so many new people here and they watched the episodes, they watched the season, they saw that I won last year, that puts a big target on my back. So that's kind of scary.
Well, again, I want to welcome you to the 10th season. What I want you to know, first of all, is like Michael said, especially people who have played before, anything you know about Survivor, throw it out the window. Because this season is so much different, it's going to feel like Survivor. It's 3 days long, there are 18 people, it's a full cast, it's going to be intense. A couple things you should be aware of. There is no guaranteed meals this year, like there has been in the past. You don't even for sure get your sleeping bags. Everything must be earned. You will need to ration your food. You will need to come together as a team. And so be aware of that. You'll be in those woods for a long time. You'll be competing in challenges for 3 days. The biggest thing I want to say is normally when you get to noon tomorrow, you're like, I only have a few hours left. When you get there, you're only halfway. It's going to be intense. But this is the season to win. If you won before, that's awesome. But 3 days, 18 people, it will be tough. Be hard, like focused, stay dedicated to the game, and it could go in your favor. Also for the never say never twist, basically what it means is if I have said it won't happen, it doesn't mean that it could happen, like it could happen this year. An example, I had probably said in the past that we probably wouldn't do 3 days, here we are doing 3 days. I said we would never sleep in the woods, we're sleeping in the woods. So, if I have said it can't happen, it will likely happen this year. And don't think that any, like a twist, if something's happening, like, oh, he wouldn't do that, it would happen. So just throw it out the window. You have to be ready to flip your game on a moment's notice. But the game layout is really awesome. We have some awesome challenges from the past, some memorable twists coming back. It will be super fun, and it's going to be just an awesome 3 days. So with that, it's time to sort the teams. It's what everybody gets nervous for every single year. So the orange team name is Tangato. The blue team is Brondi. When I call your name, you either move to that side or that side and kind of condense as we're going. And then just go over there, and once we're sorted, we'll hand out shirts and head back to camp. So Lindsay, go get on the orange team.
Yes!
No, don't take your shirt yet. Go over there. We'll take care of that later. So Lindsay is the first member of Tangato. Hannah, you can go on the blue team. You'll be on...
Nice risk with the shorts.
Yeah, just kidding, Hannah. You can go back. You're not on the blue team. But Sarah, you are. Sarah, you can go on blue. Michael and Alyssa, you can step forward, and Alyssa, you can go over to Tangato, and Michael, you can go over to the Brondi team. Kevin and Luke, do you want to step forward? Kevin, you're on Tangato, and Luke, you will be on Brondi. So if you guys want to scoot that way a little bit. But Allie, you can step off to the side. You'll be on Brony. You'll be on the blue team. You're over there. And Patrick, you can go on Tangato. You're on the orange team. And Abby, you can join him. You'll be on the orange team also. You guys want to condense. And the Dodds, you can step forward. I mean, obviously, all three of you won't be together. Well, first, we'll put Ronnie on the blue team also. So, Ronnie, you can go on Brondy. And then, Sarah Dodd, you will be on Tangato. Rachel, you will be on Brondy. And then, Elizabeth, you can stay put because you six are forming the third and final team. You will be on the pink team. Your team name is Tulev. So, you guys go over there. You six, Elizabeth, you're trying to group up. So I'm hoping some of you were on to me, others not so much. This is a 3-team season. Few things you should know. On a team of 6, you will be held accountable for your actions. There is nowhere to hide in a team of 6. You will bond like you haven't before because it's a smaller group. Also, when you go to the challenges, we're looking for 2 teams. So you don't need to come in first, you just can't come in last. It's the last place team that will be going. So let's look at the teams. Michael, how are you feeling about your team?
I really like my team. I think we have a really good mix of physical and mental for challenges, and I think we're gonna do pretty well.
All right, Elizabeth, sizing up the teams. How's your team compared to the others?
Well, we have a winner from last year, so I mean.
You have a couple winners on your team.
Yeah, we have a couple winners total.
And Sarah Dodd, what do you think about your team?
Good. Yeah, it looks good. I was very surprised actually.
So yeah, did 3 teams shock anybody? Or yeah, no, not Michael. He's been on team forever. But. All right, so we will get you shirts. I will grab the pink shirts in a second. We'll send you back to camp. The Brondy team, there is a piece of orange tape over there. You'll head out that way and kind of go over there. The Tulev, you are in the back corner of the house. You'll see your orange, and then Tangato, yours is over at the end. I'll kind of help. So you follow the orange ribbon back. When you get to the trees where there is 2 like pieces of orange tape on the tree, that's where your camp is. You will need to find your water source. It's hidden back behind your camp somewhere. Keep it clean. Also, when you get back to camp, don't open your box until I am there with the camera. So it's going to be tempting, but don't open it until I get there. So we will get shirts and we will send you on your way. So.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clear it if we get one.
He said we get 10.
He said we could.
Oh, we for sure get one. Okay.
Yeah, sleeping bags.
Okay. Yeah, it'll go up here.
How is a tent going to fit here?
What does poison ivy look like?
I'm probably standing.
I passed them on the trail.
Surrounding you.
Yeah.
I was not built for nature.
Should we look around for our water source?
Probably. If we each like branch out in a different direction.
Yeah. Oh.
It looks like it might be back this way,
Yeah.
just based off of where the
Right.
opening is.
Yeah.
We had 11 out here, so I think
Yeah, this should be beaten down.
How's that?
I hope it's not dangerous.
Oh gosh, the poison ivy, dear Lord. Wait, is this it?
That might be poison ivy. It's red.
Where?
I have no idea what poison ivy is.
Put this flag up somewhere.
We bring that flag to every
Oh, okay.
challenge.
I'll just prop it up over here.
Is this poison ivy?
No.
I mean, I think he would.
I'm paranoid.
Wait, can we not do that?
I'm gonna ask you
Sarah?
about.
Don't do
wait,
it.
We're not supposed to open it yet.
No, Jamie told me.
Oh,
to.
okay.
Oh, right,
We
'cause
got
it's the camera.
3 MREs.
We have the camera. We're good. All right. Welcome to your new
Oh,
home.
yum.
Over the next 3 days, you spend much of your time in the area you are currently standing in.
Wait, what's this?
Make it comfortable and turn it into your home. Your water source is back from your home base. You will have to do some exploring to find it. You may not move the water source from its current location. Be cautious when using it so you do not contaminate your water. While you won't have one for the day, tonight you will receive a tent to sleep in.
Is this spam?
Throughout your time, make sure to clear out an area for your tent to be placed. You may not get it until quite late. Tents must be returned in the morning at the first challenge. Inside this box, you will find a small amount of rations and supplies. The items in this box are all you will be given for free. Everything else must be earned. Finally, each camp has a hidden immunity idol. Clues to the idol are hidden throughout the game. Finding it earns you great power. Enjoy your time, come together as a team, and do your best to succeed. Good luck.
Is this the clue?
Yep. It is.
1. You need to be clever for the idol to be found. Do yourself a favor and don't look on the ground. Or go round. I think he misspelled it.
Go run. The go run.
All right.
Maybe.
So how do you make these?
There's like a heat thing inside of it that when you crack it, it heats them up.
They're really gross.
So we're gonna wait a while until.
Yeah, let's not break.
Until,
Oh, what did we get?
Beef stew.
And then.
Marinara sauce with the meatballs.
Alright.
Fajita. It's on the
Oh.
bottom under
Oh. Okay,
And
you know,
then the
not
cans
terrible.
Okay, I bet that's spam.
The can, yeah, then he took all the labels off the can so you don't know what you're gonna get when you open
Probably
it.
like
and we get
beans or
one rain
something.
poncho.
This looks like spam.
Yeah.
Never had spam before,
Yeah.
so
Spam
you know.
is not awful.
And
New
you can eat it
experience.
raw.
Yeah, you
It's
can eat it
pretty
raw.
Good. I actually really like spam.
My roommate always makes like spam and egg sandwiches and just like, that looks
Who is
disgusting.
that?
Luke.
Oh,
My
of
dad
course
does
it
that. Should we say?
I don't know. We can stay with them. I know we get to. Are you recording? I know we get to eat
Oh my god.
MREs, which I'm not super excited about.
So there they are.
Welcome to your new home. Over the next 3 days, you spend much of your time in the area you're currently standing in. Make it comfortable and turn it into your home. Your water source is back from your home base. You will have to do some exploring to find it. You may not move the water source from its current location. Be cautious when using it so you do not contaminate your water. While you won't have one for the day, tonight you will receive a tent to sleep in. Throughout your time, make sure to clear an area for the tent to be placed. You may not get in it until quite late. Tents can be returned in the morning at the first challenge. Inside this box, you will find a small amount of rations and supplies. The items in this box are all you will be given for free. Everything else must be earned. Finally, each camp has a hidden immunity idol. Clues to the idols are hidden throughout the game. Finding it earns you great power. Enjoy your time, come together as a team, and do your best to succeed. There's blue poison ivy.
Bag, alright. What is it? Mystery can?
Mystery can.
I bet one of them
It's gonna be like
that looks
soup.
like sardines to me.
Or
Spam.
Oh, spam. You're right.
a cup to get the water out.
Flashlight with no batteries. Okay.
Chili with beans.
Have any of you guys tried
Chicken
MREs
with
before?
tomatoes and
Yeah.
feta cheese.
That sounds good.
I barfed. I didn't.
Hooded
And a
poncho. And
More MREs.
I've had that one.
Vegetable lasagna.
Oh wait, no, that's the one that I
lasagna.
have at home.
vegetarian.
Vegetarian. Anyone vegetarian?
No, I'm not that excited to try any of them.
No, not really.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna have to be pretty hungry.
Nice.
Is that a light?
Were we not
It's even
supposed
pink.
to bring those? I thought flashlight was on the list.
It
He
was
took it off.
in the box.
He took the flashlight off.
Yeah, well, I still have one of those. I thought it was one. Hey, you didn't stretch our bags though.
No.
Oh,
Because I brought a buttload of food. Just
and a washcloth.
And washcloth. Thank God.
Wait, flip the box over just in case because you never know. Like look on the bottom.
Yeah. We've got a real nice box.
Nothing in the flips.
No.
So where do you guys want to set up the tent?
I'd rather have the corn pops from last year.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I
too.
did some.
I'm thinking over there doesn't like that.
Flameless ration heaters are
Okay.
prohibited on commercial airlines.
Yeah, because this isn't.
This
flat
isn't
enough.
flat. So we'll have
We
to clear
could just
out
like
some.
clear off all the sticks and stuff.
Yeah, we could do that. Over there.
Over here?
Okay.
Nothing else to do.
Clear some sticks.
Marty, the cheese.
Or brisket. Brisket. Ready to eat.
And we got beef ravioli.
And mystery.
He doesn't
Yeah,
tell us
mystery.
that.
I think it's canned corn or something.
Spam. Liquid.
And then we got a clue.
And what was the orange thing?
Flashlight.
What's the clue say?
Look
Without
at your
a
feet
battery.
when walking around. The idol lies on forest ground.
That's a lot of things.
Yep. Cool. Awesome.
Still doesn't work.
Looks like we got some quality food.
That'll be nice to set up the tent.
Yeah. Where does one get those?
Jordan Perkins.
I was gonna say probably Jordan.
Vegetarian meal.
Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian. Just throwing it out there.
I will share it, but I can't eat the other ones. Throwing that out there.
And you can ask Jake. I actually am. I'm not just saying
That's not a lot of food compared to what we've got before.
Yeah.
There's a lot in it though.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just the meal. Like when we opened, it had like bread and peanut butter and trail mix.
Cool.
And the meal. Because there's like 2,000 calories or something in it.
Okay, so I was really surprised about the 3 teams, so it was a really big shock. My thoughts about my team, I think it's going to be pretty good. We seem to have a good balance, I hope, and we have all stuck together so far. Like, no one wants to be left behind. Like, everyone went to the water source, so it's like, okay. So I'm hoping we'll be able to split off a little bit so I can start talking to some people, just one-on-one. So yeah.
I'd say my team's pretty stacked. We got a lot of athleticism. We got people who are good at mental puzzles, and so far, Kevin and I, we were together last year. We've already sealed the deal. It just has Patrick. Hopefully he decides to be with us, and then I want to take either Alyssa or Sarah, but I'm worried that Sarah already has a target on me, or not Sarah, Alyssa already has a target on me for unspoken reasons, so I want to play it out a little bit. So probably going to go for Sarah.
I like my team. We seem pretty stacked. We're all pretty athletic, and Patrick seems really athletic too, so that's really nice. I'm terrified though because I'm the only new person, and they all seem to know what's going on, and they know each other. So I feel like if we don't win this immunity challenge coming up, I'm gonna be out. But we'll see.
All right. So, I like our team. I think we have a good chance at doing well in physical challenges. This should be interesting because, you know, not knowing half the people here is gonna be kind of stressful. In the past, you know, we've known almost everybody that's been here, so it kind of helps a little to know how people play and whatnot, but it'll be interesting.
Okay, I like my team, but I'm also really concerned about Sarah's team because they have Luke and Michael, and I think they're all smart, and they can be physical too if they have to be. So compared to other teams, I think we're okay, but their team is the one I'm mainly concerned about. And our box, I'm sad there's no golden puffs yet, but other than that, that's about it.
Alright, second season going for me. I really like my team. Everyone seems to like to mingle with each other, so who's ever gets past the merge, I think we'll try and work with each other because we like to work with each other. As far as alliances, I think I've talked to everyone except Abby, so we'll see. I mean, anything can happen, so.
You gotta vote Sarah off first because it's fun. Okay, well, thanks.
That's not a good strategy. The one year they did that, that team lost every challenge.
Right. That voted Sarah off?
Yeah, because Sarah's really good at mental challenges.
That's what Michael was like. He's like, if I get on a team with Sarah, I just don't know what to do with her. Like, how long do you keep her? Like, how long do you just try to get her out right away?
I was saying I would make an alliance with her because really you need her.
What do I do with it?
What do I feed her?
Do I feed it? Should I water her?
Right. I did not expect this at all. When I got dressed this morning, I thought, do I want to wear the pink shorts because they'll go with the blue shirt but not the orange shirt? And then Jake said that I was on the blue team and I got all excited, and now I'm dressed in all pink. So I didn't expect that at all. My team is good. I'm on an alliance with Elizabeth so far, and we want to get Marshall. I'm not sure about anyone else. We need a 4th person, but we haven't decided who. I'm thinking if we vote anyone out first, it'd be Garrett. I don't know. He just doesn't seem to jive with the group. We're all sitting and he's standing. It's not good.
You know, my team seems really strong, I think. We have 2 previous winners, which is cool and kind of intimidating for, the first time playing. The whole 3 teams thing's, really intense. I wasn't really ready for that, but I'm really excited.
Okay, so I was surprised for 3 teams, definitely surprised, but I think it's actually my favorite because I'm not with either of my sisters, which would be against me. So Rachel said she'd vote me off and, wouldn't make an alliance with me. So I'm like, okay, I didn't want to be on a team with her. And everyone was me and Sarah would make an alliance because we're so close. And so I think that would automatically put people against us if they knew we were on a team together, or if we were on a team together. But yeah, I feel pretty good about our team. I feel like the other two teams are possibly stronger, just like mentally and physically. I feel like they might have a little advantage on us, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. A lot of it comes down to strategy and just teamwork. So I don't think that's necessarily against us, but I was a little afraid at looking at the other teams and like the people on those teams. So we'll see.
So I like my team. I think we'll be good. I'm mad at Jake because there's 6 Glasgow people, so 2, 2, 2 would have made more sense. And I feel just like really alone. And I feel like that makes me an easy target for like all of them because Garrett doesn't know them either, but like they all like keep talking about the old days and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna be easy for you guys to vote off. But I don't know, I just talked to Jamie a little and I think she'll be in an alliance with me because I've heard she likes new people because she feels bad for us. But I'm like, I want to be in, I want to like play, and I don't want to get voted off because I don't have the connections. And we just decided we're just not going to lose any challenges, then we don't have to vote anyone off. But I'm like more mental, and we've got like Marshall and Garrett, they're like, yeah, we're more physical, and Jamie can run, I guess. So I don't really know what challenges we'll have, but like I'm good with puzzles. So I feel like we'll balance each other out, and it'll be good. I'm still just a little sad that I'm not with anyone I know really well because it's just like a comfort thing, and then you obviously have an ally right away. But I'm glad I'm not with my sister because then everyone would be like, oh my gosh, we have to get rid of them because they're together. Plus, it'd be really sad if Allie beat me. I don't know.
So I like our team so far. We have a couple past winners, so that helps, I believe. Got a couple newbies too, so I'm excited to see how they play. Other than that, just really excited for the new season. Not excited for not having food.
So we got to camp and we opened the box and there's 3 MREs and a towel and some helpful poison ivy guides. So that's scary because last year we had food at least to last us a little bit. So I've just been doing my best to talk to my team because I know like it's really important to like before you approach a challenge to like scheme and like get a system going. So I think we have a really good team. I know Elizabeth and Hannah are really good mental competitors, and Megan seems like that too. And if we ever need a strength challenge competitor, Garrett and I are pretty decent. But as far as right now, I think the plan is, and there is a plan right now. I talked with Jamie, and she's willing to align with me for a while, and I really want to talk to Hannah as well because I know that she's loyal, at least. But Megan might be up there too. So. I don't want to vote anyone off, though. I like these people.
Every season, we try out your brains in a series of tests to earn team gains. This first challenge brings back 4, hated by some while others did adore. From seasons 1 through 4, these puzzles are the same. Solve them again and earn team game. Flame. Earn team flame. Earn team game. Well, puzzle pairs.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean,
Who was
remember
in
1 through 4 what the puzzles were?
I have no idea.
For the first 4 seasons?
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't here.
I was
Puzzles
here
1 through 4, hated by some, others did adore.
So Sarah's gonna win.
He used to do Sudoku a lot, so maybe one of the puzzles is a Sudoku thing.
no.
I practiced Sudoku. I didn't practice any other brain games.
Okay,
Sudoku,
then you're on point for this.
I didn't.
I'm
all over this. Yeah, if it's Sudoku, I'll try for sure.
Although it tells a little
This is the worst campsite ever.
I like it better than when it sounds like when the clue is like it is on the ground because at least trees you can kind of look for something, but the ground's like.
It's very hot.
Nature is vicious.
It's gonna hit my eyeballs or take my contact out with it. That's gonna be bad. I'll be blind. I'm really nervous that there's 3 teams because if I screw up, then like it's an excuse for my team to vote me off right away. There's no rooms for mistakes. It is nice though that you don't have to come in first in challenges. You just can't come in last. We already kind of formed an alliance, which is kind of scary to do this early on, but we're just really worried that if we lose, like we can't be split 3 and 3, we have to have at least 4 people. So I think the core of it is me, Luke, and Michael, and then Rachel's are like fourth, which I feel kind of bad about because like we'll be voting off two people that haven't played before. But if you think about who has played, we're split half and half, and who hasn't and who hasn't. And I don't know. I just feel like Michael and I can strategize together really well, and Luke's pretty good. I feel like he'll be pretty good at the challenges, so I think it should be an okay alliance.
I feel pretty good about my team. I know Michael and Ronnie from school actually, so I think they might have my back if it comes down to that. Don't know how I feel about Sarah. From what I've watched, she's pretty like a key person. People want to be with her, so I don't know if she'd stay loyal to me if we have an alliance. Luke is like woods person. Like, he knows so much. He's like already trying to build us a fire, so I think we should keep him around as long as we can. But I don't know. And Rachel seems pretty scrappy, so she'll be useful in the challenges. So I hope it goes well.
I feel like we got a pretty good team. Good mix of physical and mental. I think right now, me, Sarah, Michael, and Rachel are forming an alliance. Hopefully I don't get backstabbed. And it's going pretty good. We're just talking and we're getting some stuff together. We're gonna try to get a fire going with bow drill. Found some nice chaga and a bird's nest, so we're well on our way.
I'm feeling pretty good about my team. I'm happy I'm not with my sisters, so I don't have to screw them over. And I think we've already made an alliance, me, Michael, Sarah, and Luke. I think it's me. And yeah, I'm kind of stressed out because I am the youngest player here, but you know, I'm just gonna go with my best gut. So yeah.
Camp's pretty cool, I guess, you know. Not really talkative. I mean, it's the first day. Just kind of testing the waters, you know. I found a cool ping pong ball. It's purple. It's gonna be the team mascot. We call it Bro. For Bro team, whatever it's called. I don't know how to pronounce words. Probably should learn how to do that. Everybody's pretty nice. It's really nice to have Luke because he's very outdoorsy and he started going to town with clearing everything and trying to make a fire. You know, I'm kind of indifferent, you know. If I have to get scrappy, I'll get scrappy, you know.
All right.
I'll push someone to the ground if I have to, you know. What else?
So I really like our team. I think we have a really strong mix of people. I mean, we have Sarah for puzzles, Luke and Rachel in physical things. Allie and Ronnie both said they're good at puzzles, and hopefully I can do a little of everything, but I don't know, we'll see. So on paper, we should do well. We shouldn't, I'm not going to say we shouldn't lose because I'm going to jinx us, so we should hopefully do well. As far as alliances, alliances started about 2 seconds into the game. Me and Sarah were the first two called, and I just like whispered to her like, "Hey, I've got your back," like because I know, Sarah Sparks, I know your game. You play with the guys, you use them as shields, so you know I'm gonna play along, and then we'll see what happens. So me and Sarah talked first, and she was like, "Me, you, and Luke." And I'm like, "Okay," and then I wanted to bring in Rachel because I feel like Rachel's trustworthy. I feel like she'll be loyal, and she's a fierce competitor. So 4 of us, I think. I feel kind of bad because Allie wanted me, her, and Lindsay, and Megan at some point to work together, and that went out the window, just like I said. But yeah, so the strategy is not to lose, but we're prepared for if it happens. I'm not with Lindsay. It's not Yas. Shout out to Lindsay. But yeah, in terms of everything else, I'm really excited to be back. And I'm definitely here to play, because last year I got 11th place. I didn't even make the merge, so I really want to make the merge this year. And I don't know, I'm here for redemption, and I'm out for blood.
Okay, go.
First challenge. Every season we try out your brains in a series of tests to earn team gains. The first challenge brings back 4, hated by some while others did adore. From seasons 1 through 4, these puzzles are the same. Solve them again and earn team game. Puzzle. Well, no, he told me to read it out like that. But screwed up. Edit
that out.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
What
I
was
don't know
that?
puzzles.
Puzzles seasons 1 through 4.
It's puzzles from seasons 1 through 4. I don't know. I haven't.
Brings back
okay, I'm
4?
gonna be honest. I haven't watched any of them.
Oh,
Just
bring
the
back 4
entrance.
puzzles?
So like puzzle from each of the 4 seasons of the first season.
I mean,
well, I feel like one of them's gonna be a Sudoku. I feel like it has to be.
I'm pretty good at Sudoku.
What's Sudoku?
Downloaded an app.
I mean, it sounds
to
familiar.
prepare.
It's the
It's like the number
boxes
grid.
where you have to get 1 through 9
I
in the rows.
tried,
column,
but I
and the
couldn't
box.
get
that's
the
a fun game.
concept,
Yeah.
so
I'm not very
I
good
just
at it.
stopped.
Fine.
There's probably
Puzzle pairs, so maybe
Yeah.
working in maybe
How's-
like retrieving pieces in pairs or something. or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Goldfish, just get
I don't know.
If we have word finds, I'm pretty killer at those.
Okay, good.
So how's everyone doing with their teams?
Wonderful.
The camp?
I like ours.
Have you been clearing spots for later tonight?
Yep.
Yep. All right. So it's time to get to your first reward challenge, and here's how it's going to work. You're going to pair up into teams of 2. One at a time. One pair is going to run out to the first station where together they will solve a puzzle. Once they solve the puzzle, they come back, and then the second pair of 2 goes out and does the next one. At each station, there's a little clue, and then once you've solved the puzzle, it will specify a number or a set of numbers for you to grab. You bring them back with you. Once you completed all 3 puzzles, you work as a team to complete the final puzzle. So, every puzzle has happened in a different season. So the first puzzle is for the visual people. It is from season 1. Second puzzle is for the logic thinkers. It's for season 2. And the third puzzle is for people who are good with numbers. That is from season 3. And then the final one is the code type puzzle. You follow the clues, put the numbers in the right order, from season 4. What you are playing for is you are playing for much needed supplies. The winning team gets a bag of supplies containing, it's got a pot, some utensils, a pocket knife, some rope. It has rope and an extra bag of food, and you get a tarp. Second place team, not as nice, but you get a pot and a pocket knife, and the last place team will be leaving with nothing. So we'll give you a minute to strategize. We'll take the group picture first, and then we'll figure stuff out. All right, so are you in your pairs? One more thing, once you have completed the puzzle and I have okayed you, mess it up so people can't look at your work. Okay?
Wait, do we come back here when we're done?
Yes.
Yep, okay. So here we go. On your mark, get set, go.
Alright guys, let's go.
Alright, first puzzle, you gotta complete a square. The pieces won't fit perfectly together, but you'll understand where they go. You're completing a perfect square.
Perfect square, so it's gotta be big. So, can we fill in that or no?
Think of the pet rock.
Do you know what I mean?
In the pot. We don't want to sit on it. We have to go in the pot.
Oh no, we need to use it.
You can look at the back of your complete the square paper. There's a little piece of information. So once you've completed the square, you're taking the piece that is in between the 2 small triangles.
No.
This was from season 1. Abby Birch was on the winning team for this challenge, this puzzle.
I feel so stupid. This makes me feel stupid.
It's a hard puzzle.
I've done a puzzle like this before and I can't remember.
Shit, there's too many pieces.
I know. Hold on, if you leave this together, see if we can figure out where this is.
Shoot.
So close. Well, good, put on your
Is that even? No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you're right. You guys are getting close. Can't we
Yeah, Chulev's got it, so
Okay,
take
so-
the...
Cover it up. Triangle.
Cover it. Ellie.
You got it. So run on back. Chulev's got theirs figured out. Move it on. Next turn, gotta go.
No, keep it.
Magic square.
Let's start with this one. 9, 10, 11, what extra 15? 4? Something like that. So this one works.
But do we have to go this way? Or?
Every way. So this way, and diagonal. So then half of it.
Why can't we fix this?
I can get the other half going. It's obviously got to go like right there.
Yeah.
So, is that square? That's a
Yeah,
square.
you had it. You take it. You got to figure out which one to take.
Between, oh, guys, the one with these.
Mess up your magic square, making it so each row.
Okay, so
Oh my god, okay.
each row, column, and it's equal 15.
Okay.
Maybe don't
Take
put the 5 in the
numbers that are placed. Take numbers that are placed in corners.
What number do we need to use the most?
I think it's gonna be something like this.
What does it mean by the numbers in the corners?
Gato, you can send out the next person. Teams are caught up. Tulip has worked a long time on this puzzle.
Let's just try 7. This works, right? Now we want to make this one work. How do we make this one work?
You're making each direction equal 15. Once you have it figured out, you take the numbers in the corners.
Oh, we take the numbers.
Yep.
So these work.
But this one, we need to make
Each
this.
direction is equal
Yeah.
15.
So we have this.
Two words.
What is another way to use 9 to make 15?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so okay, so let's do this one 15. Well, 9 plus 1 plus 1. 9 plus 4.
We got it.
They got it. Brondy's got it. Take the ones in the corner. Brondy said your last group. Brondy's made up some ground. Okay, so you're putting the numbers 1 through 10 in order to solve the equation square.
Wait,
Season
equation
3.
Square. Okay. Okay, so it's like each thing equal. So like this minus this will equal this. This minus this plus this will equal that number. Okay. It's 1 through 10. So I think it's gonna have to be like a smaller number for multiplying. It's gonna be like.
I'm not really good at this.
That's okay. We're just gonna.
Jake, I think we have it.
Julip's got it. Take the ones in the corner. Take your numbers in the corner and move on. Mess it up. And Julip's got us in the last pair. You got to remember to think about what number has to be used the most times.
No, is this 6 minus?
Oh, 6 minus 3.
Maybe this is going to be a big number too.
6 minus 3 would be 3. 9 minus 6 would be 3. Okay, minus plus 4 is
Plus 4.
8. Is 8. No, okay. So 8
8
divided by 2
That's
plus
right.
8 divided by 4.
No, 2 times nothing is 2.
Oh, no. Plus 8. We can do anything here. So like 2 plus 6, well that goes back to 8, but 2 plus 7. 7 is 9. 7. Can you do it like that?
It won't go negative.
2. 7 minus 6 is 1 plus 9.
Grab your numbers, mess it up and move it. No. Just the ones on the arrows.
Is that right again?
Yeah, you got it right.
Okay, so take these 2. Go.
Yeah, Brondy got it right also. Thank God, still working out their puzzle.
Yeah, let's just put them in a line and then we'll figure it out.
In order?
No, we don't have to put them in order.
Okay. Decide what number's which.
Yeah,
So, like-
so that's like the place number.
So like, if like 4 plus 5 equals 9 and 1 plus 8 equals 9, like they would equal each other. So if that was 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Yeah, okay, so it's...
Okay, let's try it with that.
So 2 to 4 minus.
Yeah.
So what else can we?
You guys got it?
Because we have a 6 and a 9. Or the 5 minus. I mean, keep us listed. So.
It looks like
3. 3 plus 5. That can't be right though.
Which is going to be the biggest number? Let's figure that out.
Okay. 8 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. Okay, so 2 minus 1 equals 7. 3 plus 5 equals 4. 2 plus 7 is 3. 6 minus 1
is 5. 2 plus 3
is 14. And 4
plus 6. We
got it. Jake, we got it.
Brondy's got it. Keep going. There's one more team. Right here.
Nicely done.
Oh my God.
Most of Sarah's
Yes.
All right.
Hey.
Come on, guys. Come on, Sarah. Come on, Abby. You guys got it.
Position?
Right now. We have one row. One row that we can't get.
I'm thinking we need a number from one of those. And it's not in the corner.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm thinking we need one of these that we're not going to move. I think we need one of those numbers. So if we put... I don't know.
Not that train of thought?
Okay, maybe so these ones, one of these needs to be switched. So either those two or the 2 and 3. Well, so let's try switching those first. I think 9 has to be 4 though, because it's high here and in that. So maybe we should try switching these two. These two?
Okay.
Okay. So
So that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we can.
Catch up.
So 2, 3.
It does say.
Oh yeah.
What are you looking at, Patrick?
I'm not looking at anything, Jamie.
What do you mean?
Where's the other number?
There's one that's empty.
Got it. 8 minus 1. Yep, got it.
Make sure that they actually have it right.
Oh, they left him.
It probably helped that Chulev and Brondy left their numbers on their board. Good
job, Ashley. Thanks, guys.
Well, we already won.
All of a sudden, Gringacho's back in this.
Oh my god.
Chulev and Brondy left their numbers on their board.
Yep. Yes.
So do you want 9?
Yep, we're 8.
Yes! Finally.
Oh my god.
They put up a good fight.
They did. That was a good comeback.
All right, you guys can get on your mats. And this is yours. Here's your bag.
We get a freaking pot. Woo! For the pet rock.
We'll break it down to another
Oh, but we got a new one.
And then Chulev, this is yours. All I ask is that you're careful with the pocket knife. Please don't hurt yourself, but should make clearing your camp a little easier for your tents later. But yeah, so you guys can head back to camp and wait for your immunity challenge.
Oh.
Are you sure those are raspberries though?
They taste like raspberries.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. I just hit myself in the face with a stick. So that went really well, better than I thought it would. I thought like my first challenge I'd just be like, I don't know, I'm useless. But, and I worked with Elizabeth, which I was like kind of surprised about because I've heard from other players that like the sisters, not Rachel, but like the other two are like kind of, I don't know, clickier or like ruder. And we worked really well together. And we didn't beat Sarah and whoever Sarah was with, I don't even remember. But like the time we took was shorter, it's just they had a head start. So that was pretty cool because all I've heard is like Sarah's so good at the mental stuff and like the numbers games. So I think we did pretty good. I'm pretty proud right now. Okay, so the challenge, I think it went pretty well. Like I was impressed that me and Megan like went faster than Sarah actually, who I always feel like is amazing at puzzle type things. So that made me feel good. And I mean, we didn't win much. We won just the pocket knife and the pot, but whatever. I mean, it's a reward challenge. We'll be fine. We're fine right now. And I made an alliance with Marshall and Hannah. Megan and Jamie are in an alliance right now, and they've asked both me and Marshall to be part of their alliance, so they think we're with them. But so yeah, I feel like every year people are like, yeah, we're stepping up for game, we're stepping up for game. And this year I'm actually like, no, like I'm going to. And I think it's good because this has made me do it with a whole bunch of new people. It's made me step up my game, so.
So earlier, Jamie and we decided we were going to be an alliance, but then when we were out there searching for the idol, Elizabeth and Hannah approached me by myself, and they were like, do you want to be in an alliance with us? And I was like, that's a pretty strong alliance right there, because Elizabeth is no doubt loyal, and Hannah's a really good competitor, so I was like, yeah. So I said I would, and I told them that, like, what Jamie said, and they knew that Jamie and Megan are going to be in an alliance, so I was like, shoot, well, I want Megan to be in my alliance, because she seemed pretty good in the last challenge. But, so, I think if it comes down to it, my alliance, the three of us are going to vote for Jamie, which really sucks, because, I don't know, but it should be interesting, to say the least.
Okay, the challenge was okay. We could have done better. It was really difficult. I was surprised at how hard it was to do our puzzle. Garrett I don't know. He was helpful at some times, but other times I felt like he was moving things when I didn't want him to move them. It was hard because we were paired against, Michael was going at the same time we were, and he's really good with adding things like that. So it was a little sad when they got it before us, but it all worked out, and we got a pot. We're keeping our pet rock in it.
You want this box?
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Will you hand me my water bottle, Luke?
This one?
No, that's fine. But thank you.
I didn't even think about like silverware and
Eating
plates and
utensils
cups.
to eat our spam and canned goods.
So there's some of
put all our
that.
sticks here.
Some cutlery.
Oh, we got a rope. Oh, so I bet like we could like hang the
up
tarp
the tarp
if we wanted.
with rope and clothespins.
Yeah.
But if we don't get a tent or something.
Another MRE. Let's see what flavor. Beef
patty? Is that like a burger?
Put that in there.
Ooh, that's a nice rope.
A knife inside, and that'll
We got a
do.
shovel! We can dig a pit! We
Oh,
can dig a
yeah.
pit for our fire.
Perfect. Pretty sharp. Pretty cheap.
Hey,
Get a bag. With that.
Yeah.
Get a bag.
And now I can continue.
What?
Get the price tag.
Oh.
I'll take out the price
We can make our mystery cans in there
Yeah.
over our fire.
Yes.
What's Luke? Maybe we can cook some. I like spam.
faith.
Since we're all useless for
Cook
that.
spam's
pretty good.
But now that you have the
Never
knife, you
had
can
spam.
make the notch.
I have the
Right,
off-brand
you should be able to get a
lunch
fire
meat from
going.
the dollar store.
Nice.
It's essentially
I
the
haven't
same
done a
thing.
boat drill in a long
Essentially
time,
the
so
same
it's
thing.
interesting to see how that goes, but it's worth a
stuff.
try.
At least we won.
We won. We should be the
Congrats,
teamwork.
everyone.
Good job,
Morale
Michael and I.
Yeah.
Morale is important.
Especially
I would
3
hate to
days.
be. Who are the two girls?
Sarah and Abby,
I would-
and I. Those are the two we guessed were going to be on the outs in their alliance,
Yep.
anyways. So that's scary.
And-
At least it's not immunity for them,
Yeah.
but like, yeah.
I love
better
that
than one of
Patrick
those.
was before was like, oh, you're going down.
Right, like suck it, Patrick. Talk smack to me on a puzzle challenge.
The challenge went really well for us. We were going in confident because we have Sarah, who's really good at puzzles, and Ronnie and Allie said that they felt good about puzzles, and I was hoping that I could do okay. So the challenge went really well. I was really glad that I was put on the one that I did because it was like making numbers equal 15, and I play cribbage like all the time with my grandparents because I'm cool and I hang out with them all the time. So that was like really easy for me finding the combinations to make 15. Yeah, just really proud of us. We came together well. We worked together well. I mean, for me, I don't really care about rewards. Like, I want immunity, but just to win, I like to win. And then, so we were kind of like looking in the bag, and Sarah's like, "Oh, we can look at it when we get back." And so like I see over her shoulder, there's an idol clue in there. So as we're walking back, I'm like walking in front of Sarah, putting the flag in front of Sarah so she grabbed it. She better share it with me, or I'll call her out. But yeah, so, we're hopeful that with our rewards, hopefully Luke can get a fire going. He's very outdoorsy, so things are looking up.
Head the direction of the clear path, and you could control the idol's wrath. Look at his pockets. So I'm really, really, really glad we won the first challenge. I thought that it would make the most sense to split us up in we'll put one good puzzle person with each. So I'm really glad we did that because apparently Luke wasn't even finished reading the directions and Michael was just going at it. That was the same thing with Rachel and I, so that was really good. And I'm suck at Patrick because he was talking smack and his team got dead last. We're really excited to have a knife because Luke is really good in the wilderness and that helps. I figured that there would be a clue in the bag, and Michael and I plan on working together pretty closely, so we're gonna share all that with each other, but I didn't want to share it with the rest of camp because right away Allie found the first one. She's like, "Oh, look what I found! Don't do that! Don't do that!" So this one, and she's like, "I bet maybe there'll be another clue in there." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe." So I held back and I grabbed the bag and shoved it away until we got here, and now we just read it. So Michael and I need to be in control of that because I don't trust anyone else to use it very well. I mean, if Luke gets it, I will be surprised, but we can control it, I think, a little bit then. But I'm just glad we won. Let's keep it going. Alright, for the next challenge, it'll be the clue for it.
Okay. Put on your game face, it's time to clash. 3 teams will compete in the first immunity match. Teamwork is most important as you go along the course. Patience and strength will be your greatest force. This infamous challenge from seasons 2 and 6 uses paddles, life jackets, and many, many sticks. So move your vessel across both land and lake. There is no time to waste with immunity at stake.
It's
called boat race.
So it's the canoe challenge one. But
Was this when Megan got a concussion?
Yeah, but we only have 2 canoes. Well, unless you got another. Typically, we only have 2 canoes.
Okay, I can paddle, but I cannot steer.
Well, we're also gonna have
I'm a
to.
good-
We're also gonna have to be
I-
able to carry the boat down the lake, probably
Yeah.
too. So
I'm
What kind of canoes do you guys have?
I'm fine carrying because like I cannot like
we have
paddle
like
or
a light
steer.
metal one,
I've like done
and
it
then we
once.
have a heavier. It's green. I don't know what it's made of.
I don't care. Just
I don't know.
Or I feel like
I don't know what the
wasn't
third
there-
boat would be though.
Wasn't there like swimming involved in it?
Yeah, you gotta swim out to
I'd
get the
be
paddle.
okay swimming
I
if
can
that's part of
swim.
it.
Oh, I'm a good swimmer.
I'll be able to steer a canoe.
Okay.
I've done a lot of.
Okay. So the challenge went really bad for me and Abby, so it makes me kind of a little terrified, just because it didn't seem to go too well for Alyssa and Lindsay at first, but then I think we did definitely worse. So it makes me afraid that we're gonna have like a target on our back. So yeah, I really hope we win the immunity challenge until I figure out exactly who I can trust, because at this point I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I found these, except for when I thought it was a water bottle, so I'm like digging in there, and then this came out and I'm like, crap, because there's like 3 people standing around me. Pretty sure Alyssa saw me, and I know Lindsay saw me, and then both Lindsay and Patrick asked me to work with them along with Kevin, but now Alyssa knows I have this, so now I don't know what to do with it. And everybody's like spread off. Now it's starting to get a little more ungrouped, but I know when we did this in the past, we changed a lot. Like, you switched our teams up a lot, so I can see that coming too. I'm just worried now because I'm not working with Alyssa, and now she knows I have this, so I don't know what to do with it. Challenge really was not great. I volunteered to do the visual puzzle because I'm an art major, and it was not really as visual as I thought it would be. And then it was really disappointing that we got last. But we are trying to make fire against all odds, and I'm pretty sure Abby has the immunity idol. I think I watched her pick it up, so maybe I'll try to align with her someday.
But on your game face, it's time to clash. 3 teams will compete in the first immunity match. Teamwork is most important as you go along the course. Patience and strength will be your greatest force. This infamous challenge from seasons 2 and 6 uses paddles, life jackets, and many, many sticks. So move your vessel across both land and lake. There is no time to waste with immunity at stake.
Okay, so it's like the...
We're carrying the canoe
We have to
to
carry the
Boxall.
canoe from here to Boxall, and then someone has to canoe out on the lake.
Someone
find
has to
sticks,
swim with the paddles back to the canoe like we did
Oh,
last
yeah.
time.
and then have to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, just many, many sticks.
You have to put them on.
And the canoe.
The sticks?
Well, what happened last time is I think we had to carry the canoe back here, and then we had to find something and put something together.
Oh,
I don't know
we had
about
to
the
carry it back,
sticks
didn't
though.
we? I don't want to carry a canoe.
All right, you guys, you can put your flags down if you want. You guys enjoy your awards?
Yeah.
All right, so today's immunity challenge comes back from seasons 2 and 6, and it is going to be a long run, and you're going to have to work together pretty well. Here's how it's going to work. Listen closely, because it's pretty complicated. On go, all 18 of you are going to run down the dirt and to the woods over there. You'll see some poles lined with streamers. Run through there, onto a trail, back through an open swamp. You'll see some orange tape, and onto another trail. Once you're there, you'll be at the first station where 2 people have to take a left down the trail. There's some signs to let you know. And run down it, and they'll come across 3 paddles. Grab the 3 paddles, run back and join your team. You then take a right and follow the course around to the bait shop or to the minnow farm, where you'll come to the second station where you'll find 3 canoes. You'll grab a canoe, continue carrying it to the property next door, which is right over there, where you'll come to a 3rd station. There you have to have 1 person from your team maneuver a key along a rope, and once it's at the end, it will unlock a bundle of life jackets. Once you have that, you take the life jackets, canoe, and paddles down to the water, where the last 3 people from your team must get in the canoe, paddle across the lake to retrieve a flag, bring it back. Once they have it back, get your boat, flag, paddles, and life jackets across the finish line. First 2 teams to do so win immunity. Safe from the vote. You have to have 2, like everybody who's doing something has to do something different. So 2 people run down for the paddles, 1 person who should be agile needs to maneuver the key along the rope, and the last 3 are in the paddle. So this is the immunity idol that you're playing for. Oh. You have this, it's in 2 parts. For the first team, second team, you have this, you are safe. Losing team goes to tribal council, and someone will be the first person voted off. I'll give you a second to ask questions, and then we'll get started.
Go! All through, once you get to the first station, you may not move on until your entire team is there.
Separates the runners from the non-runners. Oh gosh.
So we need to go left for paddles? Here you go, Orange. Keep going. You're not at the station yet. It's onto the trail.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
Not until your entire team is here. Not until your entire team's here. Tangato can go. Pink, Chulev can't go. Tangato can go.
Go, 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 go. Let's go, Blue.
3 paddles. 3 paddles.
Let's go, Blue.
How far is it? That was good.
Wait on you guys.
Sorry.
Okay, so then I'm there with paddles?
All right, Brody can go. Chulev can go. 3 paddles. You're going 3 paddles.
I saw the orange. I was like, what the hell?
It was confusing.
Tangato's in the lead, followed by Chulev, and Brody's a little bit behind. Everyone has 3 paddles.
Watch out.
Fine, get up on your side, Jimmy.
Come on, Sarah and Rachel. Go, 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 go.
Oh, hey, you dropped something. Keep going. Here, hand me one. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Jump, jump. Go.
Here.
I'll take some.
I'll take one.
Come on, Rachel. You got this.
Here.
I got one.
Come on, Rachel.
Rachel.
Someone.
Come on, Rachel.
Here, or do you want me to take it or
I'll get it. Okay. I got it.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we gotta run.
Can't get do it all. Whole team's there. You got this, Rachel.
Jake, stop.
Tangato in first, Chulev second, Brody in the last. Tangato's on the move with their canoe. It's a hot one, guys. Here comes Brody.
Sorry. I'll take the paddle. Listen.
Along the rope.
You can do it.
Don't break the orange tape. Brody caught up to Chulev. You don't need to move with the key, you just gotta move the key. When's the whole Brody team? Sarah and Allie aren't quite here yet. All right, blue team's almost here.
Jake, can I go?
Not till Chulev, you can go. Brody, you can go. Maneuver, grab a key and maneuver it. Just do not break the orange tape. Other team can take a break for a second. Tangato's got a bit of a lead. Brody and Chulev right behind.
Come on, Ronnie, you got this.
Alyssa making good progress. Veronica and Hannah catching up. It was close to getting over that top. Pull it to the end, unlock. Unlock the set.
Okay, what do I do?
So just unlock it.
Or no, I have blue.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Nope. Color does not matter.
Ronnie,
Excuse me, you're on my rope.
Throw him in the canoe, guys.
Good, good.
All right, life jackets on.
Come on, Ronnie.
Jake, can I
Finish hard. You got this.
You can reach it there,
Go,
Hannah.
Ronnie,
It's fine.
go. Quick.
Mine doesn't have one attached to it, so.
Come on, Ronnie.
These ones are.
I'm honestly thinking straight across.
You can go anywhere to get in the water.
Okay, you're right.
Just be careful, please be careful.
There's lots of rocks. You have to get in.
3 people in, the flags are right that way. Head for the fallen tree, it's off to the right. The white tree and the rocks, the flags are over there. Those poles up there, but you have to wait for your team. Collect your flags and get back. Thank God you want to lead, Ronnie.
Should I sit on this thing? Yeah, go for it.
Don't sit on it.
No. Ready?
Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Go big!
Oh, let's go, Blue! We're gonna have to run it back.
Back at the camp?
No, the ones right up here. We ran by them.
That you ran through.
True Love's going a little off course.
Right! To the right! The
Yeah, pace.
Let's go!
Whole joyride.
I got
Yeah.
Let's go, Orange!
Oh, puberty.
Let's go, Brody! Woo! Tengatsu! Tengatsu! Run!
You guys are steering the wrong way.
You guys go! Let's go! Allie, put your paddle on the other side!
You need to put your paddle on the other side.
Let's go, Brody!
Are you supposed to bring it to this vantage point, or can we just like grab it out of here?
Wherever you need to.
It's really hard.
Be careful so you don't tip it.
You're ready to pull it up, pull it up. Ready, ready, ready. Oh.
These two, grab that one, run with it.
Come on, Tulip. Come on.
Tengato about to win it. And Tengato wins immunity. One more team. Brondy's close. Through the poles, get your whole team there. Waiting on one more.
High fives all around. Nice job, Rachel.
Good
job, Allie.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good.
Almost there. Nice job, Allie.
Good job.
High five.
And Brondy takes immunity in second. Chulev will be going to tribal council. All right, so Tengato, you got first. This is yours. You guys are safe. And then Brody, you guys at second. So this is for you. So Chulev, you guys will have to go back to camp and figure stuff out, and you'll have a worksheet with the tribal council here pretty shortly. You guys get your stuff together if you see medic, which is great. So you can do that and get back to camp.
Medic! I need a bandage.
Yeah, great.
We won the immunity challenge and it was really good. We kind of have the brains of everybody, or not the brains. We have the bronze because we have a lot of strong athletic people and I feel like everybody else has the puzzly kind of people. So I think we'll do well in those kind of challenges. So yeah, we got first, which makes me really happy because now I'm not first off and that was like my biggest fear, so.
Obviously we killed it, no. Yeah, everyone really pitched in. Everyone did a really good job. I'm really happy with the team I have. As you saw in the first challenge we did before that one, it was all brains and we had none of that. So, I mean, we have bronze, so bronze over brains. And shout out to Matt because I know he loves that stuff.
So I think the last challenge went really well for us. Seems like everyone really pulled their weight, and I think that we really showed that we have like strength and endurance, even though maybe not so much mental as was shown in the last challenge. So that was good to see that we can win one. We just all around maybe had more strength in that challenge compared to the other two teams.
Perfect.
Alyssa kind of worries me actually, because I found the hidden immunity idol, and I think she saw me grab it. I'm pretty sure she did, and Lindsay knows. But she's the only one I'm really worried about, and I'm trying not to make alliances and just trying to go with the flow, but everybody's just like, work with me, and I'm like, okay, so I don't know what to do. So that challenge went really well for us. We pulled through, started from about now here. I'm not really worried about anyone right now. I've got a thing with Kevin and Patrick for sure, and we just got Abby, but Abby found the immunity idol, so that threatens me a little bit because I don't know how she's going to play that. So I want to stick with Kevin for sure, and I asked Patrick right away, so hopefully Patrick will stick with Kevin and I. So right there's 3, that's good, and then we'll have Abby, so I think we're just going to try and get off Sarah and Alyssa. But there's like this thing with some of the people who started playing Survivor like in the early seasons, and I've heard Patrick and Abby are on, it's like called the Originals. So like, I'm a little worried about being in alliance with them, but at the same time, if they're going to give me power to get to the merge, that's what I need to do right now. So hopefully it works. Hopefully it works in my favor.
I feel really bad if Garrett's first out.
Oh, I feel bad for anyone who's first.
That's not us. We don't have to.
Maybe they'll vote off Marshall.
I feel like they're really stupid too. They need him to win challenges. Like that'd be a really stupid move because Marshall's good with puzzles and
we can hope.
Stuff. Right. I mean, it would be good for like.
Maybe the girls will team up.
I was gonna say long-term game would be good, like get them out before the merge, but for their
oh shit, there's blood on my sock. It's gonna be a pain to wash.
Normally you just toss your socks after Survivor. This is not gonna be. That's not gonna be the worst thing they see this weekend. To be completely honest with you.
Oh, I'm so hot.
I guess time to reapply bug spray.
I know, I tried that, but I feel like the sweat just kept it all from actually landing on me. That was a rough one.
That was. I'm not a runner, guys. I don't know if you could tell.
I'm more of the long distance type.
Yeah.
Sprinting is not the thing.
You did good though. You pulled through.
Hey, we did it. All that matters.
Hey, yeah. Challenge was hard. Definitely hard. I feel really tired and sweaty. Really makes you think that you are out of shape, even if you think you are in shape. So, you know, I think we all did pretty well with pulling our weights. You know, we did as much as we could as individuals. So I think we did the best that we could, and I think we're working really well as a team, which is all you ask for at this point in the game. So
it was a hard challenge. I was pretty gassed. Wore out. Felt like we all did pretty good, pushed pretty hard. Fell back a little early on, but we caught right back up, and yeah, worked out. didn't really need to win it, just not get last. Did our job. On to the next one.
The first challenge was hard because I'm not in great shape for sprinting, but besides that, I feel like we all did pretty good. I sort of was the last behind, which with the courage of like the rest of the team saying, "Come on, Rachel," it helped me a lot. And I really want to try hard to keep with my alliance, because they might just decide to vote me out before the other people, because if I don't show that it can pull something to the group. So I need to try harder next time, but we're not out, so we don't have to deal with that. And I'm feeling pretty good right now.
All right, well that was a doozy of a challenge. Wasn't the slowest runner, like why they were like, Rachel and Sarah, you should run for the back, like that, like, oh, okay. I don't think Rachel was slow, she was just slower than the rest, and that kind of held us back a little bit. But I don't think Allie's necessarily the greatest at physical challenges either. Luke and Michael are definitely strong competitors, they're good allies, I'm glad that I'm working with them. I'm glad we don't have to go to tribal council, but I feel like if I had it my way, the first person I would probably vote off would be Allie, just because Rachel is really, like, she tries really hard, and Ronnie has been pretty good so far in everything that we've done. I don't know, Allie just seems like if I had to pick a weak link, it would probably be her, but she's still doing really well, so.
It was a really tough challenge. I'm not a runner. That was a lot of running, and I fell and scraped my knee pretty bad, but, you know, not a game until you're bleeding, right? But I think it went well. I think I held my own there, so even if we had lost, I don't think I would have been voted off, but I'm glad I don't have to even consider being voted off. So we'll see how the next one goes.
So we got second place in the challenge, which I'm okay with. Not last was the goal, so we did that. I was a little disappointed in our performance overall, just because I felt like the running aspect, we were not doing super well. I felt like we made up time in the other parts of it, but whatever, we're safe. So haven't looked for the idol much. We think it might be in the direction of the water, but I don't know yet. And me, Sarah, Rachel, and Luke all conveniently had to get water at the same time, so we went and just kind of like solidified our 4. And so hopefully we're good with that, and we'll see how this plays out. Okay.
The entire booth. Never say never.
There you go.
We can vote a whole team out.
We will be getting rid of 6 people.
Never say never.
Also, I said it was 3 days, but nah, we're done today.
And also we want food, so not those ones either.
Jake, go get us McDonald's.
Nearest McDonald's an hour. No, it's an hour away.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's where we stopped last night on the way here at a McDonald's.
Your last meal.
My last meal. No, that was my omelet this morning. I'm still full. I got some.
The challenge sucked. We got wet. You know, it was a lot of individual screw ups. Didn't really work well as a team, which sucks. You know, fell in the water. Pretty bummed about it. Hopefully not get voted out. That's my plan.
Okay, well, the challenge did not go as expected. We thought we would be just fine because Garrett said that he was a good canoeer. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, he said he was a good canoeer. And, well, it just didn't work out. So, we think we're going to vote off Garrett. Right now I'm in an alliance with Elizabeth, Marshall, for sure. And then the other 2 girls we kind of just pull along with us. I don't know if they really think they're in an alliance with us. I'm not sure. So, I think everyone is going to vote Garrett.
Okay, so I know I didn't do like fantastic during this challenge because physical stuff is just not my strong suit. Oh, sorry. But I think I held my own in the canoe. Like I wasn't running very fast, and really, like we were talking, like Garrett and Hannah went on ahead, and Garrett was in the back, so he was supposed to be steering, and he really wasn't. And he had like been talking about how he was so great at canoes and had been canoeing. So I think people are just a little frustrated. So I'm worried that I'm going to go out because they're all so close and so good in the game, but I really, like, Hannah, on the way by, she just stopped me. She's like, what are you thinking? And I'm like, I think Garrett. And she said that's what she was thinking.
And that's what Elizabeth was thinking. It's just like, you don't know like if they'll be changing their minds, but I also don't think Garrett has like known to make alliances right away, and I immediately was like Jamie, like, and then we got Elizabeth and now Hannah kind of. But I heard a rumor from multiple people that like there's like an original 6 alliance that's like, oh god, Abby, Sarah, Hannah, Marshall, Patrick, and Garrett, because he's Sarah's friend. So if he's in that, he might have Hannah and Garrett, or Hannah and Marshall. But they seem kind of annoyed with the challenge. I just really want to stay in. It's fun. It's funner than I thought it would be.
Okay, so the challenge, I mean, we had a good strategy. We had, you know, Elizabeth, who's got pretty good stamina, and Jamie, who's been running, and she's light enough. So we got the paddles. That was great. That was awesome. So it was awesome, super good. We went and got the canoe, and then that's when I realized something was a little off with our team balance and like who was pulling their weight and whatnot. And when Garrett, the biggest guy over there, was carrying a paddle, it's like, well, you could help with the canoe. It's like, oh, you have to like tell him. And I was like, oh shoot, okay, this sucks. So when we get there, we didn't get last, but we got there, and then Hannah really did an awesome job with the key and everything, and then everyone was coordinating, all the girls were coordinating, getting the canoe down the water, and then once we got in the water, that was when it kind of fell apart. And Garrett said, he was like, oh yeah, I canoe all the time, and like, I can anchor, I can steer, it's fine. And then so me and Megan were in there, and it's just like he wasn't pulling it, so I was like, I had to jump out of the canoe because we were off course, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna vote for Garrett. I mean, if you're gonna say he's gonna do something, he's got to do it. We can't rely on him like that. He's not gonna do that. So.
Okay, well, I'm pretty ticked after the last challenge because we were like, I feel like we were like in it the whole time, and then like Garrett was the one that was saying like, there's a few things I'm good at, and one of them is that I'm really good at paddling. I've been up the boundary waters, all this stuff, and he like talked himself up a lot, I feel like, and then he totally like didn't steer. He's supposed to be steering, leading back, and I'm kind of like, I know it's not necessarily smart to vote a guy off because you need them for like the strength challenges, but I'm just like, you seriously cost that challenge for us. Like, it's all his, I mean, it's his fault, like, because we were in the whole time. So, I mean, I think everyone kind of felt the same way, and I was pretty vocal about it. I'm ticked. And so, I mean, we don't even need an alliance. I think everyone agrees that it's his fault and he needs to be voted off, even if we should be keeping a guy on. So, that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, so that challenge was so hard. Still catching my breath, but I feel like we could have done a lot more with the canoe. I feel like they were veering off in the wrong direction, so currently, who I've talked to anyway, I'm thinking Garrett might be the first to go, which sucks because it's his first year, but better than me.
Alright, so Shula, first tribal council, Elizabeth, what's going through your mind?
I'm really upset that we're here, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm just upset, but at the same time, I feel like there's not like a huge target on my back or anything right now. So, I mean, I feel like in that challenge, I definitely did my part, or I don't know, I feel like I was pretty good at helping along, so I don't know, I feel...
Marshall, you say everyone was pulling their weight?
Most areas, yeah, but in key areas there was some slacking, and I mean, it was just lack of communication, I think, and team awareness.
Alright, so Jamie, let's go back to the beginning. We're starting the teams, and what were you thinking as you get put onto this team of people?
Well, like I said before, I'm not really too familiar with a couple of them, so that was interesting just to see what the dynamic would be like as we evolve as a team.
Mm-hmm. Garrett, have you guys come together and been bonding, or has it been a little awkward, or?
Oh no, I think we've actually meshed pretty well. Like, it hasn't been quiet at our campsite since we've been there, and that's been really nice. Like, I was kind of worried at first that it would, but I think we've definitely kind of opened up.
Alright, so Hannah, how do you think, after 2 challenges, how do you think your team stacks against the other 2?
We're much more mental than physical, I think. But I think we can develop our physicality, if that's a word.
Alright. So Megan, the puzzle challenge, do you think it was able to bring out your strengths, or show people, show where people kind of stand on the team for that, or?
I really loved the puzzle challenge, and Elizabeth and I worked super well together.
like I think I said in my confessional, like Sarah technically beat us, but like time-wise, we definitely beat her, and she's been like the one everyone's like, she's so smart. So I think that, I mean, that, like I was up front at the beginning, I'm like, that's my strength. I am so sorry when it comes to physical stuff. I'll try. And I tried hard in this challenge, but that puzzle one, I liked that.
So Jamie, when you go into the vote, do you think short term or long term right now?
I don't know, probably long term, since it's the first tribal.
So Marshall, do you look at all about who's going to benefit you from future challenges, or do you kind of look at what's happened so far?
Oh, yeah, well, considering I'm kind of a rookie, and I've watched some of the seasons and whatnot, and I know what people have said about challenges, so I keep that in the back of my head, like, okay, I know we're going to need some strength and some coordination. But it seems like the majority of Survivor's challenges use mental. So, I mean, yeah, that's definitely in the back of my mind. Like, it'd be nice to, like, have a good, solid team to be able to coordinate mental challenges.
So, Elizabeth, how are you basing this vote?
I mean, I guess I'm basing it on that last challenge. So, I mean, I know at the same time you do need to look towards, you know, what is going to help you as a team in the future too. But like Marshall said, most of the challenges do have some element of mental too. It's not just all physical. And so, yeah, I'm basing my vote on what happened with the last challenge.
So Hannah, do you look at all about relationships that you have, people on your team have with other teams? As Megan's got her sister, Elizabeth has sisters, friends, or does that not really play a factor in this? Not at all?
No.
So, as
I
there...
miss my friends on the other teams.
So, Megan, has Hidden Idol talk come up at all, or...?
We've been looking for it. We had multiple theories about what painted white meant, if it was like birch trees, or if it was like you actually went around with a little paintbrush and did some Jake art. So, I mean, but just with the one clue, I feel like it's so much more multi-layered than that. We haven't, as far as I know, made much headway. But it's definitely an interesting thing to be like looking for.
All right. So, and then finally, does anyone feel like they have a target on their back with this tribal council, or you know, everyone's feeling pretty close? So, Garrett, do you think this will be a tough vote?
I would think probably, but yeah.
All right. All right. So, does anyone else have anything else they want to say? All right, so when you vote, you'll go down to the voting booth, write down in legible, big, clear letters who you're voting for, show it to the camera, say why you're voting for them, put it in the bucket, and come on back, and yeah, so Jamie, you can go vote. Okay,
Am I in it?
so once the votes are read, the decision is final, and person vote out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. First vote, Garrett. Second vote, Garrett. I'm guessing it's his spelling.
That one was right.
Third vote is for Megan. So 1 vote Megan, 2 votes Garrett. Fourth vote, Garrett. Fifth vote, and the first person vote of Survivor, Garrett. So Garrett, if you'll bring me your stick. And Garrett, the tribe has spoken. So you can head off over there. Alright, well you guys voted off your first member. You're down to 5. You can head back to camp and figure your stuff out.
Like, the one thing I didn't want was to get voted out first, so like, just real disappointed. But yeah, hope Jake will invite me back. I'll do a little more training and puzzles for next time. Oh, I'm so bummed. Damn it.